don't get interrupted here, but Joe is just pulling this crease out all the way. You can see that this has been pulled. He's tapped down some of the high spots, and right now he's just kind of going over very gently the low spots that are left. And this, if you look, you can see that there's a little bit of a high spots to the left of that. Right there is high spots there. How's it going, Joe?
Good. It's coming along, making progress.
Joe's like me. He films his stuff too, shoots his video. And then here is the high spots.
I can move this out of the way.
No, you're fine. Yeah. So he's bringing the low part of that dent up nice and high. So, and that's where he sets up his tap where it lays down flat on this.
Let me wipe that down so you can get a better view.
Yeah, there hasn't been any drilling, no holes made, nothing like that. Not saying that is a huge bad thing, but Joe likes to really test the poles. And let's be honest here. Like we were talking about this, Joe, and one of my technicians who doesn't do PDR, he's a paint tech. He's like, hey, why? Or no, it was Tim, PDR tech. He goes, hey Joe, why do you glue pole? So why don't you answer that question?
So he was asking why we chose to glue pole everything as opposed to getting access from behind. Because even, I mean, you could drill a hole, take the wheel well liner out and drill. There's also an access point down here. It's kind of an awkward spot. And then really, I mean, we've taken the interior trim out before and it's wide open back there. There are some components to contend with, but you can get around.
But you're not getting that leverage you want either.
There's no leverage, yeah. And then the other thing is glue pulling. When you can glue pull, it's going to do a much cleaner movement of the metal versus pushing with a, I mean, don't get me wrong, we push also. We use the push rods, the PDR rods, and they have their place. And I may end up doing finish work, particularly in this area, when we get to that point with pushes from behind. And at that point,
I don't think so.
I think we can get a lot of it with glue.
I think you're going to glue pull the whole thing, to be honest with you. So.
I'm in the process right now. So we're in phase 2 right now. Phase 1 was, if those of you who joined us earlier, when we were doing the power pulls with the tension strap and pulling like this, that was phase 1. We were getting the general shape back, not getting too aggressive with the crease. And we basically got that crease to be more shallow, and that whole valley that was this whole cave-in area, that was out, but there was just a shallow crease left. Phase 2 is turning the crease inside out. So we're basically doing that. That's what you're seeing here. We intentionally brought it out at a peak high. Yep. So like a little bit of an outward crease, well, a lot actually, but not so high that it's not irreversible. So now I'm in the process of flattening that out. And so this over here looked like this through the whole process. It was a deep crease, remember? So we pulled from here, and then I went ahead and did the second phase, which was slide hammer and crease tabs through this arch, through the body line. And then I worked my way with, let me show them. I used this crease tab all the way through here with what we call a mini lifter. And so I was able to get that effect.
And those feet pin down.
Yes.
Pin down the metal. Right, and allows more of a concentrated pull coming through up.
Yes.
Okay.
It isolates the pull.
Do you mind if I say something too? So Joe, going back to what my technician asked Joe, which was probably the most key thing, what Joe said, if you don't mind me paraphrasing with you, I glue pull because it's cleaner and it's faster, which makes a huge amount of sense. If you're a PDR tech, and even if you do a crease this long, you'll probably notice that you go too fast. And how do you know you go too fast? Because when you cross-check it, you've got all these skipping marks across that crease. With a glue tab, when you put a crease tab on top of a crease itself, you're pulling the whole thing at once without any skip marks. So you're just getting a clean way to tap down. So that is why Joe prefers glue pulling. And on the last Rivian, well, not the last, but the big one that we did, the red one, that I learned too as well. I would rather glue pull a crease if it's obviously not crazy deep, but if it's like this, I would glue pull it as well, because it's going to save you a lot of time from making multiple passes by pushing. You can save that time by pushing by glue pulling instead of pushing. So I think that was a really good technique and something that needed to be shared on that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, it works. Obviously it works. So.
Someone says the green tab's worth the money on this.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You're talking the Black Plague tabs or the Dead Center Kiko tabs. Yeah.
Yeah, I've used a little bit of some of those on there.
These are really good.
They are very good tabs.
There's Dent Reaper versions.
Is that Keith Cosentino on there? Is it?
No, he said, what a fox. So I'm like, green tab's worth the money. Kiko tab's really good. That might be green. It might be him.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past him, dude.
But
All
maybe
right?
he's got.
It's facts. I like
he's
glue
got
pulling.
soldiers.
OCD would always checking on board light every chance I get. I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't put it past them, but hey, it's still, we like the commentating. But to answer your question, yes, there are multiple ones too. You've been using the Anson ones too as well.
Yeah,
like
those
these
are
are
great.
kind of like the prototype ones that I had back in the day. They got texture on them too, and they pull really hard.
Pretty strong. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
powerful.
The Dent Reaper.
Dent Reaper. Yeah.
Dent Reaper.
We've used Dent Reaper too.
Dent
on
Reapers
some
are
of it.
good, but we're gonna let Joe kind of demonstrate his tapping down skills. If he doesn't really do any good, I'll step in. So
I'll try, but I don't know if I can do it.
and you'll see in real time how it's going. Okay, so let's switch it up. So is the Ford Ranger 4.0 4x4 a good order truck? I don't know. I don't know why I read comments when I don't know what I'm saying. I'll watch out for that. You guys try to get me. Okay.
We know everything.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just a guy doing some PDR work on the side for extra money. I don't know. He's laughing. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here's the line board. Cool. He's putting it up. Now, tight is where he pulled it. And look at this is where he tapped down
So
earlier.
We're not done with all this.
No,
We're going to
no.
go back on the finishing phase. It would be phase 3. This is after phase 2. So we turned the crease inside out for the most part. There's some little lows and some little highs there. We'll go over that, but I'm still in phase 2 and kind of working my way, making a second pass through this crease here. And so the next thing you're going to see me do is knock down these creases. There's a little bit of glue residue, so that's what you're seeing, a lot of the little dots on there. But yeah, so I'm going to move my lights so that I can kind of
Yep,
make
I'll
some
get out of your way
clearance.
and I'll go work around you.
All right.
Okay, so
Yep.
just gives you guys are just joining us. If you want to watch part 1, we did live earlier today. You can see how that started. There was a money shot that he did, and the dent popped out by him glue pulling, and it cut off right. We were right at that point, and you saw Joe taking it off the glue tab. But we will try to give you some highlights on another video wrapped up in between. Joe got a lot of cool video footage of him pulling that crease out, and then right now he's gonna tap down.
Yeah, this is the craft here. You know, the other part, I mean, other than knowing where to pull first with the power pulls, the first phase, that's the easy part. I hate to say it, but and getting the general shape back. But this is where the craft comes in. This is where the meat and potatoes.
So he's tapping on the most skinniest part of the line, and then as he's doing that, you can see the lines spreading out wider and back to the same as the lines on the outside.
And I will make a couple passes over it, so I'm not too worried about getting it completely flat over here, because I'm kind of gradually trying to get this.
You're getting a lot of that meat out, dude, I'll tell you that. Way faster than pushing sometimes.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then I will have to do a little bit of glue pulling again with crease tabs through here.
So you're using a Guardian cap, right? On what
Yes.
kind of tap down? Oh, the aluminum one?
Yeah, and on a VIP tip. So if you want,
yeah.
I'll show you guys what this looks like underneath. It's just a stainless steel.
No, that's not a VIP. That's
not?
that's the Anson Galaxy aluminum tip, I think, or stainless steel tip.
Oh yeah, you're right. I got that in the kit of. They sell them with one of these and then a bunch of little caps like this.
Yeah.
And there's different density caps. So like this green cap is the hardest material, but then they have yellow, which is a medium, like kind of a softer, and then they have a black one that's really soft.
Yep.
And I almost, the black ones, you know, they wear through, but sometimes you need that soft push or knockdown, excuse me, but I think I use the green ones the most.
So as far as the reflection, we have lines. The difference between lines and fog, lines is we're looking at the curvature. That's what he's looking at. If the line is fatter or skinnier, right now he knows it's skinnier, so he's tapping down the skinny lines. If you look to the left of that, in front of it, which is over there, right there, yep, that's the pinch, and that's what he's following, that pinch. It looks tight right now, and he's using 1/8 inch lines, which is probably the professional, in my opinion, it's the professional line board because it shows a lot of detail. And if you're not good at reading it, you probably don't want to go 1/8 inch lines. You probably want to go 1/4 inch lines because you see less detail, but it's more forgiving on the on reading it. Right now, this is, look how fast he's widening that out. I want all the knockdowns I've lost.
What's that?
Someone said, I want all the knockdowns I've lost.
Oh my goodness. It's a really sad thing when you lose one that's been with you for a long time too.
And so I'll pull away just to give you guys a perspective of how this is coming. You guys saw like how that dent looked, and you see a little bit of curvature, a little bit of lows right there in that section still, but in general, look at that, guys. That's pretty good, man. And then we got the last bit over here. This is the most chewiest, most obvious. So this is truly where we're at, right? Without a light, you can see a little bit of that. Yeah,
still a bit going on there.
You know? That's a first pass, basically, right?
Yeah,
through.
I'll go over that quite a bit.
Yeah,
but we got this under control.
Way under control. Okay. The most challenging part will be right here. If you don't mind putting that line board up here, please.
And it actually goes all the way over to here. When you look, like there's a
oh yeah.
So I'll be glue pulling all that out.
Yeah, goes over there. The most tightest part here, crowned, pinched. And then as we turn the board, right, this gives us a true option. This gives us a map saying, all right, you need to glue pull here, you glue pull here, but we'll tap down first. And just to make sure, we'll look for the crowns right here. You see the pinch? There, here. If that makes sense to you guys, okay? Yeah.
So someone was asking a question about the Galaxy tips and if the density of the material really makes a difference, and it does. It does. Here's the yellow and the black, if you can see those. Mm-hmm. And this is what it comes in. And in fact, this one came with I think this one came with a tip, or maybe it didn't. I don't know. But anyway, what I'm talking about came with. You can buy them with one of these, the knockdown tip.
Yeah, and it comes with a set of those caps.
These different caps.
Guardian caps.
So I mean, yeah, it's too bad. Like, I mean, maybe you can capture how dense or how soft this one is.
I don't use that one that much. I think that goes through so fast.
It wears through very fast. You know what? I can do this. If you can capture that. Yeah, squeeze that, and like you can show them how. Like if you squeeze the.
My nails are dirty. You squeeze it.
Here, we'll do it. So here's the yellow one. This is the medium. You see, I'm putting pretty good pressure on there.
Yeah.
And you see how it's not really squeezing as much, and then this one here is with minimal pressure. If you guys can see that.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty soft.
Which can go through pretty fast on the thing.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to capture that.
There you go. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it's and then of course the green one is the most dense, and that one.
Oh, that one's
like a hard, like almost hard.
If it cracks on you guys, because this can crack once in a while, it still works.
Yeah.
What I do is just tape it like around the edges, around the shoulders of it.
Yeah, I throw them out and just get a new one. And
yeah,
because I mean they're they're consumables, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll crack on the side here before wearing through. And what you see on there right now is just like from the mold. the
Yeah.
injection mold,
Yeah.
but it doesn't harm. It's soft enough that it doesn't harm the paint at all. So then that way we can quickly move that metal, without scuffing it up.
Yep.
So that's where we're at so far.
So, good deal. Curtis asked how much the tools and training. That's kind of the training, you need to go to my website, denttime.com. Just schedule a time to talk with me. I don't actually discuss prices in the public because it's expensive, though, be honest with you, okay? So it could be anywhere between, let's say, anywhere between 10 and 20 grand or more. So that's an obvious for 2 weeks to 4 weeks. The tools, well, you need to be, like, I have to say this, guys. You only need 3 main tools to learn how to do PDR, but you need to know how to use that reflection board. That's the most underrated tool that you're gonna have. You don't know how to use your reflection board, which is basically your navigation, your GPS, you will be completely lost. You people who try to glue pull, and you buy the glue and you buy the tabs, you buy the slide hammer, you buy the tap down, but you don't have the reflection, or you don't know how to use the reflection, you're going to be in some deep doo-doo. Like your dents are gonna look different at best. But so there's free videos. It says top 5 tools for beginners on my YouTube channel. Go check that out. Top 10 tools for beginners. Go check that out. I don't encourage you to buy a huge amount of tools to learn because it's just gonna create confusion. So let's go back to the repair. Steph, congratulations on you not having to advertise that much. That's good. So that's the way to do it. If you can, but McDonald's never stops advertising. Neither do the big companies. So I would always make sure that don't put all your eggs in one basket. I would definitely put some advertising out there, especially the social media stuff. Okay, where are we at, Joe?
Okay,
what do you want to do now?
I feel like I'm going to take a break from this, phase 2, okay?
Yep.
And that's ready for phase 3 to do finish work on that. So I'm going to start focusing my attention on this area here. And the first thing I'm going to do is knock down some of these crowns. Some of these crowns are just, once again, just displaced metal, outward dents, if you will, where those lines pinch together there. By flattening those out using the same knockdown method that I used to flatten out our outward crease over here, I'm going to flatten that out, and that's also going to do something else, and that's going to relieve pressure that's held in currently in this area here. So once we flatten this out, it's not only going to make the panel level again in that spot right there, but it's going to release the pressure that's in here, allowing us to do our work with the glue pull and pull it out without having to force it too much. Again, in the spirit of as clean of a repair as we can get, so that we're not forcing things and leaving things all ripply when it's done.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, this is very manageable at this stage, man. It looks like, I know it's somebody who doesn't understand lines, are like, what the hell am I looking at?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a kaleidoscope effect.
You can see the main low spot right there, and then outside of it's tension. Okay. And then these lines are maps. Each part of that reflection gives us a look. Like this is low, right next to it's pinched. This is low tightness right here. But we want it to look like this down here. You see that? That's what we want. But then you can see it, how it's either low, high, or flat. High, low, flat. That's how we can read the reflection. And in certain cases, sorry for the moving around, but as I turn the board too, you're going to get a different look and then chase the reflection of how the direction of that dent goes. All right, Joe, I'm sorry to get in your way, dude.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
But pretty damn good progress. Just one more time looking at it. If you're just joining us, look at, this is where we're at. This is where Joe's at. We've been working on another Rivian on the other side and another Rivian on the tailgate. So yeah. It's been just Rivian week, man.
Yeah,
right?
Rivian Fun Factory.
Okay, all right.
All right, so. Okay, tell me if I'm in your way.
No, you're not. Yep,
I'm going to try this little rubber cap here. I usually just start like doing a little, so there's going to be less tension or different surface tension here than there was over there. I'm trying to use just some gentle taps to kind of get my bearings to some extent, instead of just going in there and aggressively flattening it out. But once I feel how tight that metal is, then I can go ahead and proceed and flatten it out. I like this knockdown tip, Mike.
That's the Grinch.
The Grinch. It's green.
You got Rudolph and Grinch, man. Yeah, it's laying it down good.
Let me know if my head gets in the way.
No, that's not glue on or tap down. That's a pure rubber tip. It's almost like a Craftsman handle hammer, almost like end tip. Yeah, that's exactly what it is right here.
It's like, yeah, like kind of like a Craftsman, like a rubber, little rubberized cap.
Yep.
But you know, in a pinch, the glue on a knockdown, it does work.
If you guys haven't been on denttrainer.com, I got some of Joe's stuff there. We actually, Joe and I are going to do an RI class, so that's coming up in the future. We've already got that recorded, plus we're going to do one live. So check it out. Go to denttrainer.com. If you're serious, you'll get videos like this without skipping the details. And it won't be shaky like this either. So this is all just like free live content. That's basically what it is.
YouTube sometimes is a little pixelated too in the lives.
It will. I'm trying to look for my own. Where'd my stand go? You seen it? Oh, here it is. Because I wanted to kind of stop holding the camera a little bit and kind of go behind you. There you go, Joe. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. I'm gonna get you a steady shot here. There we go. Camera's right to your right, Joe.
Okay. I'll try not to knock it over. So did you notice I'm kind of, occasionally I'll use the corners, the edge, just this edge right here.
Yeah.
And just to get a little bit of a more concentrated knockdown.
So he's getting more precise on that, using the side of it, tip of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's to keep me from going over there to the tool box and getting a smaller diameter knockdown.
Yeah, that's you're staying efficient.
Yeah, but that has its point where it's not as effective as just walking over there and grabbing the other knockdown. Or I should just have it right here, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my glue pulls.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I think these guys want to see it anyways. So,
okay.
Yeah,
right now I'm kind of contemplating if I want to start here and work my way that way, or if I want to focus on this deeper part right in here. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
Yeah. Yeah, which way you want to go there, okay.
I think I'm going to focus, like this is pretty shallow here, especially now that I knocked down those crowns, and there's a little bit of a crown there still, but that's going to be nice and malleable through here. I'm not too worried about that. And then, but this over here, that could be problematic for us, okay, in multiple ways.
Yeah.
One way, because you know we might just have to get access behind it. It's such a sharp area of the crease, but also because it's near that body line, it's tighter metal there. We don't want to risk ripping the paint off with the glue pull method. Okay, so
yeah, because you're around the edge, and this is the most less paint has on there. It's the thinnest part around the edges.
It absolutely is. And then the other thing, we want to look really closely right now for any signs of fractured paint. You know, and we didn't.
You know, I have a video coming out. I didn't see the fractured paint, and I ripped the paint right here, dude, because it was around it had a hairline crack there.
It's a dangerous little area. So right now I'm just kind of eyeballing it, looking for any fractured paint, any signs of fractures. I didn't see any earlier when I looked, but I'm basically just double checking. You know.
Yeah. I have a good guy. What a Fox. Also known as Keith Constantino. No, it's not him. I can tell because he's asking these questions right here now. Also, would it be good to pick up the Dent Trainer price guide, which technically Joe Garcia came up with that, dude, by the way. Yes. Well, here's the deal. It's probably gonna be not as detailed, but it'll get you to a start. Listen, I will, if I can comment, I'm not sure if I can comment in here, but let me see if I can put it in here. If you guys want, go to, how can I comment in here? Let's see, can I comment in here? I can't comment, huh? I don't know if I can put one in here, but I'll put it in the link. You guys can go and check out on the back end of my website. There's a price guide there that gives you a cost range. But to answer your question, what a Fox? Yes, you could use a price guide to at least get you in the right ballpark. But this is an extreme repair. Go ahead, Joe. I'm just watching you do it.
All right. Let me do this. I'm gonna bring my video camera.
Yeah,
over
you
so
want
I
to get
can
the
capture
bird's
that.
eye view?
Yeah, I'm gonna capture the point of view. We can unplug that now.
Yeah. Unplug it?
Yep, that's fine.
Guys, I'll probably pick up the camera too as well. So I hear Brandon.
All right, so that's where we're at so far.
Yeah, we ain't gonna pull no paint yet. I will tell you that.
Oh my goodness, yeah. No, I'm gonna pull kind of gingerly here, but I'm going into the danger zone.
So I can. Joe's putting it across the dent so he can grab the bottom part of that low spot. Now these tend to pull very, very hard. These tabs.
I can move that camera.
No, you're good. No. I can see perfectly fine.
Just letting that set just a minute here. So bear with me.
What slide hammer you got? What are you using?
It's a Kiwi.
Kiwi heavy duty mofo, dude.
Pretty heavy,
Yeah.
but not as heavy as sometimes I could use. So heavy's good. I mean, you wouldn't think it is, but it's good because it's less force that you have to do with your arms. You know, and it's actually easier on the elbows at the end of the day, or at the end of a career.
I'm gonna go back further. I feel like I'm shaking my
No
hand
problem.
off.
I'm just letting this glue kind of set. I'm gonna pull while it's still a little bit warm. That's gonna also keep the panel a little bit warm and the paint more flexible.
Look at that. I can see the reflection moving. It looks like you pulled out the main part of it, dude. Look at that. Look at the tightness on your camera, dude.
Oh shit, I forgot to video that.
I got you anyways. I got it.
Part of my language.
Just a little bit. I'm gonna fold it a little bit. Look at how hard that pulls. I'm gonna put this on my stand here because I don't want to keep shaking. Like.
So I put some alcohol on there, so that released the tab. So if you're wondering what kind of glue we're using actually this is, you can see, whoops.
No, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
You can see it's a combination of two glues actually, because we changed glue. We were using the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu green glue, and then followed by Kamado.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Kamado?
No, it's that came out.
The clear.
I
Or
think
is that Perfect Pull?
No, that's actually Willie Quick.
Willie Quick. Okay.
Willie Quick's glue.
All right. Well,
I see that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
so let's take a look and see where we're at. How's it look? Did
It looks
did it pull
like
the edge?
it pulled.
Oh
no,
my goodness.
it pulled a lot of around it. So I think we need to probably tap down shoulders and maybe do another pass on it.
We still have this
Low.
crease along the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that low along that bottom there. So, you know, man.
What about tapping down some of this edge, and then putting more of a Reaper tab or something right there and pulling that there, the octagon one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where it gets technical and.
Or we can do a
technically
smaller
boring.
square gangrene tab, right? The one of the favorite ones in there.
Well, I think before I touch any of this up here, because I know all this is going to move.
Tap tap.
Yeah. Can they see?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really looking at, focused on this right here. Let me grab my knockdown tip.
In case you guys are just joining us, we are in this stage right here of, gosh dang it, there we go, making sure. What you're looking for, what can I, do you mind if I move that board myself
Go
too?
for it, yeah. Take a look.
Oh, okay, okay.
So like that, it looks pretty benign. It looks like, it doesn't look like much.
No, but I see some pressure here, a little bit of pressure here. But I see what your point is. You're trying to grab this little bit right there.
Yeah. So yeah. Steph Fran says that's going to be a big old chunk of paint when you pull. You are right about that. That's why we don't want to get too aggressive with it, and that's why I'm being really methodical here.
You guys don't know Rivian. I guarantee. Well, I haven't ever pulled paint on Rivian yet.
Well, it doesn't. This could be the first time, Mike. You know, so we got to be careful.
Joe covers his butt.
Well, you know, I mean, ask me how I know. You know.
Have you pulled paint on Rivian yet?
Well, not on a Rivian, and I've pulled pretty aggressively on it.
Yeah.
So I will say that much, and that we have that going for us. However, there's a first time for everything. You know, it only has to happen once, and we don't want that after all our efforts here. So I'm going to look at some options here that I have for. Again, I can pull all that. That's no problem. But the main issue is this slight crease, or kind of deeper crease that goes along this body line, including how much of that is worth.
It's visible.
Yeah, is visible, and you know sometimes I lean towards being conservative about this stuff, because if, let's just say we can get this all to 99% and we leave just a little bit of low down here that is not so visible to the eye, in a effort to not pull the paint off, which do you think the customer would want? Well,
like you said, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, because I've gone so far, Mike, is to just have the customer come and say, you know, how much does this bother you? Because we're risking now. We're risking pulling paint, but we're not there yet. So I'm just going to look at my options as far as pulling, and I may even use some heat to warm up the panel.
I think we're in pretty good shape. Have you tried? Have you tried this tab here? You got these. I'm just showing you, but this is the Willy Quick. These things pull. Now they do break.
Okay.
More often than normal, but they pull freaking hard too.
Pull.
If the reason why is because they fit really good.
Yeah.
In this area, grabbing like an isolated low that you want to do. It's worth a shot, but I mean, but something that you want to. You've never tried these before yet?
No.
But hey, if you are willing, you want to take a shot at it, please do. Okay.
Let's try it. Yeah. And that might be what we need to kind of just isolate that pull down to that area there.
When we come this way, I'll be out.
Sure. All right, I'm going to do a little test pull down in here. And I'm going to heat it up first, okay?
Oh, do you have any suggestions for the Medusa mount that will work also to hold my tools? What do you mean by that, tools? Like, because that's a Medusa mount right there in the middle, right there. Right
so
there.
Like something that you can connect to the light stand?
Well, we do have this. I mean, if you want to take a look at some options, check this out. So while he's getting ready, I have, this is called the, what is that, PDR, flawless PDR right there. That's this rack that goes on there, and I put a magnetic mat there to hold it. Now here's, I'm not done yet, but check a look at those. It's right here, see these? That holds your tools. And then we're gonna go over to John, right? And look at this.
All right, right now I'm focusing on
this mounts to your light stand right there, and that's from Breet Tools, B-R-E-E-T Tools. So that works fantastic.
It's right next to the edge, and so it's very risky that we may end up pulling paint, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to heat it up.
You're mic'd up too, Joe. So
oh,
I don't know why. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just heating it up. And that's going to be a little bit of insurance to get that
Am I in your
metal
way?
to be a little more. No, you're good.
How about that? So he's heating that up just to make sure that he's getting a good bond, and
So I'm going to go for right there.
yeah, yeah, perfect. I wish I can read your language, but it doesn't translate anything, so sorry.
I got to move the light a little bit. Can you still see the reflection?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
You can see it real good too.
All right, cool. So while that sets, grab the slide hammer.
Didn't give it didn't do what we wanted. Probably doesn't have enough surface area.
I'm being conservative with it because I don't want to get too aggressive
That edge?
just yet. It'll tell me like after a few pulls what it's willing to give me. So I'm gonna try it again.
Yep. What are we doing? We are taking we're finishing up a big giant dent that was on here earlier today. This is part 3 of part 3. And you can see this is coming out really clean. Really clean. All glue pull so far. What tab are you gonna go with, Joe?
Same one.
Oh, same one?
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm using it like a little diamond. Basically, I'll try a little more glue this time. And when I say diamond, I'm positioning it kind of like diagonal
Yep.
with the points parallel with the crease, like through the center of the crease, if that makes sense. So
Now this glue's good. It's just the tab's not. We're using the right glue for sure. 100%.
So this is the Willy Quick glue with a little bit of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in it, and because we swapped them.
Oh, you did swap it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but I mean, we can go back to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu too if this isn't working well.
Adam,
Also, I heated up the panel on purpose. So whoever said the glue isn't good or whatever, I'm pulling while it's pretty warm right now, and that's on purpose because I'm being very conservative with this edge here, because the risk here is when we're near an edge like that, pull the paint out. Maybe
you're right.
In case somebody wasn't.
So you're just
here
you're just taking precaution. Adam, there is no, or excuse me, Robert, there is no access to the tail light on a Rivian, buddy. Otherwise we would do it. So good. That's about the setup, and he's being cautious with a very heavy slide hammer. You don't want to just jolt the crap out of that, because you will. It's likely you could pull paint, or you could cause hairline fractures. Yeah, that was a good pull. Yeah.
So it moved it a little bit, but this is going to be the real critical area. That's we're going to just have to baby it the whole way.
I don't want to go. I'll give what other you want. You want to pull one other thing, and then we're gonna leave you alone, dude. So I'll let you go with your. Are you good? You just want to be.
No, I think that's good. I think.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be like them watching the flower grow.
It will.
At this point,
That's what I'm trying to say. So let me do one more pass without the light, Joe. Please.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you're just joining us, or please go watch part 1 through part 2, and then you'll see where we're at on part 3. So I hope you guys. We'll come back with the final one. It could be tomorrow. It could be late tonight, but probably, hopefully, it'll be late tonight. Okay? But I don't see how it can't be because Joe is just running through this right now. So, yeah, okay. Main area, harder area to do. So, I appreciate you guys watching. Check out dentevo.com. Go to his website. Go follow him on his social media account. Just phenomenal repairs. So, and he's a great buddy of mine. So, I'll talk to you guys later. See you guys on the next one. And
Thanks
see
for
you,
watching, guys.
see the last one. See ya.